you gaze out the window thinking of the life you want. Someday, you say, someday I'll take the leap. I'll quit the job, go traveling, start the business, switch careers, move country, chase my dreams. But not now. It's not the right time. That mentality keeps you stuck for I don't know how long. It's the reason why you scroll social media each night, watching people who are living your dream life, and you feel that pang of envy. Maybe it was easier for them, or maybe they chose to stop waiting. There's a photo of me back in 2022, sitting at dinner, faking a smile. Behind it, the weight of the responsibilities, the burnout from a job that no longer fit me, and the misalignment of a life that no longer felt like mine. Someday I'll leave. Someday I'll figure out exactly what I want. Someday I'll feel ready. I told myself that story for a whole another year until the stress, the tension, the misalignment began to manifest itself into a physical illness. That is when I paid attention to that inner voice that was there all along. Someday is a form of procrastination, but you feel like you're making a smart decision waiting for when you have more money saved, when you feel more confident, when you have more time, when you know exactly what you want. Because your whole life, you've always been prepared, always made the sensible choices. Taking a leap feels reckless, irresponsible, terrifying, but there's never going to be a perfect time. And the sooner you realize this, the sooner you can start taking control back of your own life. Since quitting that job, I have taken more bold leaps in the last 3 years than I had in my whole entire life. I moved to Australia. I quit a toxic job with nothing lined up. I started my own data consultancy. I pivoted careers. I traveled to more places on my wish list than I had in the 10 years before. I stopped waiting for permission to live my life. Every single one of those times I was scared, I was unsure, and I didn't feel ready. But I made the move and I trusted my ability to make things work. You are so much more capable than you believe, but you need to stop playing it safe and waiting. You want to minimize your risks. I get that, but choosing the safe option has risks too. I stayed burnt out in that job for over a year because I was avoiding the decision to quit. But by avoiding that decision, I was actively choosing to stay. I just didn't see it that way. The costs, my energy, confidence, happiness, time, and relationship with myself were all depleted. By the time I left, I was running on fumes, barely making it through the day. It took me 9 months to recover from the burnout and even longer to regain my confidence. Making that decision earlier could have saved me so much time, energy, and pain. Too often, fear can get in the way of our own happiness, and we make excuses just to keep ourselves safe. Starting just means making one small decision today that your Sunday self has been delaying. One email, one conversation, one post. Dipping your toe in the water. You're not trying to be perfect or go from 0 to 100 in one leap. You're taking baby steps towards the life that you want. And with each of those steps, you stop waiting for someday. There have been so many things in my life that I have tried and failed at, but I've never once regretted trying. Would I do things differently now? Sure, but I wouldn't have had that information if I didn't try in the first place. To prove to you that you don't need to be afraid of failing or making a mistake, I filmed this video about my biggest mistakes and how they changed the trajectory of my life for better. So stop waiting for someday and take that step.